All right, folks, how you doing? Welcome back. So we're continuing on with the Mars mystery. Disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. So this is the darkness and the light, the moon in June, part 2. Boulders, so Hancock writes, seismometers were positioned at a variety of locations on the lunar surface to gather evidence of cosmic bombardment. Over 5 consecutive days, from 22nd through 26th of June 1975, the seismometers all burst into life in unison. The moon had run into a swarm of boulder-sized meteoroids weighing about a ton each. It received a sudden, unmerciful pounding. Again and again, fragments intersect the orbits of the inner planets, sometimes with effects so devastating that any form of civilization would certainly be wiped out. The final word has yet to be said on Mars, but there have been a number of cosmic impacts that have come very close to obliterating life. Impacts and crustal displacements. Sometime between 550 and 530 million years ago, our planet was overtaken by an immense cataclysm, writes Hancock. This shifted the Earth's spin axis by 90 degrees, and regions that used to be at the north and south poles moved to the equator, creating two new poles instead. Quote, the Caltech researchers insist that the event they are describing is to be distinguished entirely from plate tectonics. What their evidence points to is a titanic rotation of the entire crust of Earth in one place and at a cataclysmically fast rate. There is evidence of a major one-piece slippage of the crust of Mars. No evidence has yet been offered as to how or why such a slippage occurred. Cataclysmic crustal displacements may have occurred on Earth as recently as the end of the last ice age. What the Caltech researchers are talking about is nothing more or less than a truly fledged displacement of the Earth's crust that could not have failed to have cataclysmic consequences. The extinction of an estimated 80% of all life occurred at this time, with relative evolutionary rates of more than 20 times normal. Nothing like it has occurred since the so-called Cambrian explosion. Since then, at least 5 further great extinctions have occurred. Evidence is growing that all these extinctions may have been sparked by high-speed collisions with massive chunks of cosmic rubble. Such collisions might provide the missing mechanism that scientists may have been looking for that could set the crusts of entire planets in motion. Impacts and extinctions. So, one of Earth's 5 big extinctions took place around 245 million years ago. 96% of all land-dwelling species were wiped out. Hancock quotes astronomer Gerrit Verscher saying, quote, no flicker of nature can account for the sudden demise of so many species at the same time. Hancock continues, evidence has been presented linking this extinction with an impact, although geologists are by no means unanimous on the matter. By comparison, there is certainty regarding the later great extinction that took place 65 million years ago at the Cretaceous-Tertiary boundary, or the KT boundary. Why is it KT when it's C? I don't know. Anyway, that's just what's written. All scientists today accept that this event was caused by an object that smashed into the Yucatan Peninsula. The resulting crater has a diameter of almost 200 kilometers. This KT boundary event caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. A global cataclysm. So, the sequence of events 65 million years ago has been reconstructed by scientists who are generally of the opinion that the KT object must have been a comet. But if you want more on that, then get the book. So we're going to skip forward. You should be getting the book anyway. This is only because I don't cover everything in these presentations, this is the reader digest version. This is the abridged, edited version. So as always, in the description, you'll get the links where you can acquire the book. The point of these presentations is to summarize the book and to promote it, not to replace it. So we'll skip to the next part. Unseen dangers. So Hancock concludes, quote, "The explosive energy of the KT object is about 1,000 times greater than the object that made the Bruno crater on the moon in 1178. Sufficiently large impacts, such as those that struck Mars, are capable of sterilizing an entire planet. We should pay attention to unseen dangers lurking in the dark reaches of space." So I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you very much for watching. We'll be continuing on quite soon. Take care.